Welcome everybody to the Super Mario Bros. 1 144 fireworks race to celebrate good old July 4th Independence Day here in the US. I am your commentator Kate. Alongside of me, we have Rupert83, the organizer of this race here. Rupert, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself? And hoping everybody else is having a great day so far.
Yeah, doing very well. So I guess we should go through what the rules of this race are. The whole point of this race is to get 144 fireworks. So getting either a 6, a 3, or a 1 in the ones digit of the timer at the end of levels that are ending in -1, -2, or -3. And so you want to get a 6 at the end of the timer there to get 6 fireworks, and you do that on all of the -1 through -3s, and that'll give you 144 fireworks total. So, Rupert, what happens if you accidentally miss getting a 6 on the timer?
If you accidentally miss getting a 6 on the timer, then you have to get a game over and start the world over again so that you can go back and complete the 6 fireworks on that level. If you're like several levels deep into a world and you already got 6 on the others, you don't have to get those again, but you do have to get 6 fireworks on each individual level at least once. We've started the countdown, so that we should be starting here in just a moment.
Yep, and if you were to game over and if you were to game over because you missed some fireworks, you can do the continue code where you hold A and press start at the title screen. That'll take you back to the beginning of the world that you game over in. So let's say you game over in 6-2. Then you can hold A and press start, and you'll go back to 6-1 after the game over. And we are underway here, but you can hold A and press start, and that'll take you back to the world. But if you forget to do the continue code by accident and you go and start back in world 1-1, you are allowed to warp up to the world that you game over in. All right, so we are underway. Xerox Fiend got a 366, Jeremy a 356, and I think all the others got their fireworks as well. So all runners getting 6 fireworks in 1-1.
Yeah, so one of the difficult things about this particular category is that it really goes against everything that you've trained your muscle memory to do running this game for. For some folks for years on end, which is you've pretty much trained yourself to, well, A, avoid the fireworks, and then also B, go as quickly as possible. And you have to pretty much defy that with this category, and it's really easy to momentarily forget about that and then make a mistake.
Definitely.
Looks like Xerox got it 6.
Yeah, and Larvistar just missed the 6, so he's going to wait a whole nother 10 in-game second cycle there to get the 336 instead of the 346. And it's also interesting to see some of the strategies here. Xerox Fiend has not yet powered up, whereas others have. I'm guessing he'll probably power up in 1-3. He does like running the small fire Mario strategy, so we may have some fun things to talk about as well with the different strategies that we have going on.
Yeah, I think I was watching him a little bit earlier today, and he picks up this power-up and can pretty easily adjust his momentum to get a 6 here, which is that's what he's going to do here. So he should be getting the small fire Mario glitch.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what small fire Mario is, it is a glitch where if you touch the axe in the end of a castle level at the exact same time as you touch Bowser, you will take a hit, but you'll also hit the axe and Bowser will fall into the lava, and Mario will take damage, but it won't update his size, going from big to small. So Mario will still be big, but he will have taken damage. So the next time you grab a power-up, it'll change his power-up state to being powered up, but it'll shrink him. And then if you grab another power-up, that'll give him small with the fire flower. So that's the small fire Mario glitch. And we do see Xerox did take the damage to Bowser. So now he's going to grab this mushroom here. And that mushroom is going to turn him small. And then he'll grab a fire flower and he'll be small fire Mario.
Yeah, so that gives Roy a bit of a lead here because he didn't have to pick up an extra power up here, and also because of the bridge animation. But if you can keep the small fire glitch state, it does make several of the levels a fair amount easier just because of the smaller hitbox that you have. And Xerox having a little issue with the spring there, so he's gonna have to wait another cycle till you get a 6, and there you go.
got the 346. This is a level where you can get a 346 on the timer, and you don't want to do it in normal warpless, but in this, you definitely want to get that 346. It is pretty tight. You have to go kind of fast on the spring, but that is the optimal way to play this level in the 144 fireworks category.
Yep, and everybody looking like they're having a pretty decent run so far. Everybody in 2-2.
Nobody's missed the firework train yet, and we have 3 different strategies going on. We've got 2 runners running Big Fire Mario, Roy and Jeremy, and we've got Larvistar as small only, and Xerox Fiend as small fire. So a lot of different ways to approach this. I should mention, we have some other runners who are racing this as well. They aren't being shown. So we will be able to, in SRL, update you when those runners are finished as well. We've got valid username, Supersonic 71087, Mars02 as well, running that aren't being displayed on your screen.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough screen space for everyone, so I had to pick 4 for this. But these guys should put on a pretty good show for you, which seems to be the case so far.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Roy is still in the lead. We'll see if he goes for a flagpole glitch or anything. I couldn't tell if he did a duck jump there earlier in the level. He is going for the flagpole glitch, but or no, I guess he was just doing a very planned slowdown. I saw when he jumped on that first stair that he maybe was going for the flagpole glitch, but I forgot. See, even the commentators forget sometimes you need to get 6 fireworks.
Yep. And
boss moment right there.
I guess Larvistar, did he miss one? Because he's back on 1-1.
He might have missed one. And I don't know if he knows the rules, but he may have also missed the continue code. He said he had to reset in 2-2, but missed the continue code as well, so he's going to try to get back there.
So he can also take a warp zone back to World 2. He can do that. I don't know if I've explicitly stated that, but generally in like warpless type categories, if you miss the continue code, you can take a warp zone back. That looks like what he's doing. He must have missed the continue code.
Yeah, he must have missed the continue code. All right, so we got a 6 there for Roy, who is so far in the lead. The Xerox Fiend not too far behind, and Jeremy also not too far behind in 3-1. Xerox Fiend is going to miss the optimal 346, whereas Jeremy gets it, so that's going to put Jeremy in the 2nd place. Xerox was ahead, but he kind of stair bossed there a little bit, wasn't able to get the 346, had to wait for the 336, and that's going to give Jeremy the current 2nd place time over Xerox Fiend.
And Larvistar, looks like he unfortunately took a death there toward the end of 2-1. But let's see. Roy doing a little weird delay there at the top of the stairs to get the 6 at 32. I don't think I've seen that strat, but it works.
Whatever works in this category.
Yeah.
Having a little fun with it too. This is one of those levels where the optimal is 245 on the timer in 3-2, so you have to wait a full cycle there, and Roy had a little bonk on the platform there. I'm not sure if that was planned or not. I think maybe he was trying to go through the platform like you can do as Big Mario in this level, but it won't matter because he's waiting for that 6 anyway. Yeah, Roy is cruising right now. Jeremy getting the 256, which is optimal, of course, in this level, and Xerox Fiend right behind with the 256 as well. Meanwhile, Larvistar in 2-2 trying to make his way through there, and watch out for that cheap, got by it. 3-4 at castle level, so just go as fast as you can. Kill Bowser with the fireballs. It is faster to kill Bowser with fire than touching the axe because, if you kill Bowser with fire, you touch the axe and you go straight to Toad. Whereas if you don't kill Bowser with fire and you touch the axe, you have to wait for the bridge to collapse, Bowser to fall in the lava. That whole animation process takes a couple extra seconds there, so it is faster, even if you need to slow down for just a little bit to fire kill Bowser.
Yeah, it looks like Xerox had a little faster kill there than Jeremy did, so he's going to make up a little bit of ground there going into World 4. And
4-1, the optimal is a 0 on the timer. So Roy doing the stair boss maneuver, as I'm going to start calling it now, where he waits on the stairs until he sees a 0 on the timer, and then he goes, and that'll put him right at a 6. So that's the Roy strategy to ensure he gets a 6 on the timer. The others wait at the base of the flagpole.
Yeah. The also the other benefit of doing that strat that Roy's doing is when you delay there, you can still easily grab the top of the flagpole.
Oh man, Jeremy got a 7, so
no. So he's gonna have
to take a death in a game over. Yep, there he goes. So down in the pit there for Jeremy. He will be able to do the continue code to go back to 4-1, but that certainly will set him behind. So right now it's Roy in first place, Xerox in second place, Jeremy in third place, and Larvistar in fourth place among the runners that we see here. It's funny because these things can change on a moment's notice. If Roy were to miss something in 4-3, all of a sudden he'd be in third or fourth place.
Yeah, this category is a little tougher than what it initially seems. It's so easy to either jump at the wrong time or just forget that you have to get a 6 in the first place. So yeah, we've seen it. We've seen that strike 2 of the players so far. So we'll see if Xerox or Roy has any mistakes regarding that, or if they'll make it all the way through without any mistakes in that regard.
Yeah, and just for clarity, Jeremy doesn't have to get a 6 in 4-1 again, right, Rupert? He just needs to do it. Well, I mean, he did miss it in 4-1, but let's say he missed it in 4-2, went back through 4-1. He doesn't, at that point, have to get a 6 again in 4-1 because he already would have gotten the 6 in 4-1. He would just have to do it in 4-2.
Right.
But because he missed it in 4-1, he had to get it there.
Yeah. So, you're correct. Like, in that first scenario, you only have to get it on each level once. If you have to replay the level, then you don't have to get that a second time. You just have to get it one time each level.
Exactly. All right, so we got Roy in World 5, Xerox about to join him in World 5 once his screen transitions there. Jeremy through 4-2, and Larvistar just finishing up 3-3. And Roy getting the 246 and 5-1. Now we get to kind of the interesting part. They aren't going to know the RNG in 5-2, 5-3, etc. So this is where the game will start to get a little bit interesting. All right, so Roy avoids an early bullet bill shot in 5-2. He didn't get a shot there, so he was able to do the fast strategy. The optimal in this level is going to be a 347. So obviously you don't want to get the 7. So he's going to try to get a 346 on the timer here for the 144 fireworks category.
Yeah, Roy's just pretty well cruising along with this category so far. I haven't really seen any kind of major slip-ups or anything from him so far.
No slip-ups at all for Roy at this point in time. We should mention that the world record in the... That was commentator's curse. I should say the world record in this category is a 20:48 by GTAce. Roy has a 21:08 as his PB, but taking the death there, that's going to put Xerox Fiend in the lead, and Roy powers up, gets hit by the bill. So now we have a lead change, and Xerox Fiend went from third place to first place pretty quickly there.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. 5-3 is a pretty trolly level anyway. So that'll give Xerox a bit of a lead here. We'll see if we can manage to maintain with that. Roy's gonna have to pick up some more power-ups here, assuming he doesn't do the rest of the game small. So he's gonna probably fall a little further behind than what he is right now in comparison to Xerox.
Yeah, I assume he's going to power up in 6-1. That's a level that has 2 very easy power-ups to grab, and you also do need in 6-1 to wait for a 6, so kind of grabbing those power-ups isn't going to hurt him too much in regards to waiting as well. There was obviously the power-up animation that'll take time, but it's not gonna kill him too much. But right now, Xerox in the lead. Of course, anything can happen, as we've seen. He went from third to first. It could be that Roy. Oh, when Jeremy takes a death as well in 5-3, he may have missed. Is he game overing? Yeah, he missed fireworks in 5-2. So he's game overing, and he's gonna have to start World 5 over again for Jeremy.
So that's going to give Larvisaurus an opportunity to catch up to him here. I mean, they're all playing against each other, but as far as between those two, it's going to give him a little ground to catch up here.
All right, and Xerox Fiend is in 6-2. 6-2 is a very fun level, but this is also a level that can, certainly kill you. There's a lot of piranha plants you need to get out of the way, and the stairs at the end can be treacherous. And we see Roy going through here, sniping a bunch of piranha plants. He's going to snipe this one here and then try to get over the turtle and wait for a 6 on the timer here. So Xerox Fiend in lead, Roy not too far behind. Jeremy, unfortunately, having to take 2 game overs, and Larvistar took 1 and also didn't get the continue code, so that's where the order stands at this point in time.
And Xerox having to wait a cycle here, which I think you can technically get a 56 on 6-3, but that's actually pretty tough.
Yeah, you can get a 56 on it. It's very hard to do. So in the 144 fireworks category, if you're doing like world record attempts of 144 fireworks, you want to get the 6 here. But most people will probably not get the 6 and just avoid, or just opt, I should say, to get the 46 instead of the 56.
Jeremy danced around the platforms here with the trolley bullet bills. 5-3 is always a fun level. Looks like he's going to make it through there. So Xerox still maintaining his lead into World 7. He's looking to be in pretty good shape so far. Roy not too far behind. He's about two-thirds of a level behind, something like that, roughly.
Alrighty. Yep.
We'll see if Jeremy elects to not pick up a power up there, so he may try to
He's gonna probably pick him up in 6-1, yeah. And Larvistar, Jeremy taking a death at the Potaboo there, unfortunately, and game overing, so back to 5-1 for him. Now we are in 7-2 for Xerox, and Roy not too far behind. So it looks like, and as I say, it looks like the lead is between Roy and Xerox at this point in time. Larvistar's taking a death, but and Jeremy taking a death in 5-1. So tough goings in World 5 for Jeremy at this point.
Yeah. And we also do have some other folks that are in this race as well, and I don't know exactly where those are at. So some of the other folks could be pretty close to Xerox and Roy if they're having good runs as well.
Yeah, I think you mentioned offline that Supersonic is playing on the Switch version. He's currently in 5-2. I'm hopping over to his stream. So yeah, I see Supersonic in 5-2. And let me check out Mars and see if he is up there as well. Mars is in 7-4. Of course,
so
we're on a bit of a stream delay
True.
here, so he's probably around where Xerox is, because I can see Mars live, and Xerox we have on a bit of a delay here, so it's gonna be close between Mars and Xerox at least.
Yeah, they're probably pretty close, gauging by that, because the delay that we have on the commentary screen that we have is fairly significant. So yeah, I'd say Xerox and Mars are probably neck and neck.
And Roy taking a hit there in 7-3, so there are no more power-ups to grab until 8-2, so Roy gonna have to go with small-only strats in 8-1. We'll see if he plays it safe, or if he does the any percent strats. Roy, of course, one of the best any percent runners in the world. He's going for 455 in SMB1 any percent, so we'll see what he chooses to do. If I know Roy, I'm gonna be a betting man and say he goes for the 200. Yeah, I think so. He's a very confident player.
Yeah, we could be proven wrong, but I'm going to put my money on Roy's going to go all out for World 8.
The funny thing is he doesn't have to, though, because you would get a 200, and you can get a 197 with pretty safe strats, and then it would just take one extra in-game second. So we'll see. I think the smart decision would not be to go all out, but I don't often make smart decisions, and I'm not sure what Roy will do. We'll have to see.
Xerox cruising through 8-1 here. And let's see. So we'll see what approach Roy takes here. Like you said, he's doing it safe. Okay. Roy, I mean, it makes sense because he's got to kill some time one way or another. So
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you can slow down here a bit and take safe strats and still pretty easily get a 196.
Yeah, 196 would be optimal here. He's on track right now to get about a 197, and then he'll just do one little extra slowdown to get a 196. So good stuff there from Roy. Xerox, meanwhile, in 8-2. We'll see if he gets the Swagatu kill. He does. There we go. Getting Lakitu from underneath with the Small Fire Mario. The game doesn't have a sprite for Small Mario shooting fire, so it kind of pops him into a big Mario state. Oh, and Xerox takes a hit there. That's going to maybe be a bit of a game changer. He's trying to do his BBBB strategy, but that could be a game changer for 8-3 as big vulnerable Mario.
Yeah, if he takes a hit here, like even though he appears to be Big Mario, he can't take another hit without having a death because of the small fire glitch. This is the downside to that glitch, is when you take a hit, you turn into Big Vulnerable Mario, so you can't take another hit. If you take another hit, you die here. So
Roy had a bit of a troll bill, but avoided it there right at the flag, and I was wondering if he was going to get trolled by that bill and take a hit right as he was grabbing the flagpole, but he didn't.
Oh boy, Xerox is in a little bit of a predicament right now. There we go. So Roy's going to make up some ground here. And Xerox is going to wait on that pattern. Oh, and Roy looks like he got bit by a hammer there.
Yeah, he got a bit of a tough hammer. Xerox Fiend is going to make it through 8-3. And Xerox Fiend, I should mention, he looks like Small Mario, but if he takes a hit, he'll turn into Big Mario, so he can take damage and be okay here. So Xerox Fiend is in a very good position to be able to finish this run out. He has gotten 144 fireworks. Now it is time for him to just finish the run.
Roy finishing up 8-3, so he's going to also go into to 8-4.
And Larvistar taking a death there in 7-1. Jeremy's also in 7-1. Xerox Fiend nailing the wall jump. Great job. Into the turnaround room. This is not the intended pipe to get into the water section. You're supposed to go to the next pipe, but you kind of trick the game into thinking you're going to the next pipe and then come back to this pipe. It is a little bit faster. It's called a wrong warp. And it is allowed in the warpless category. It's kind of a misnomer of a name in a way.
And Xerox coming up. Oh, that's right. He can take that.
You got fooled.
He got me. He got me on that one. So Xerox finished it with a 21-28. It actually looks like Mars actually won the race with just a little over a 21.
Yeah, so Mars got a 21.03 or a 21.04, he said in SRL chat, which is good for second place on the leaderboard. So GG's for Xerox, GG's for Mars, and got a few more runners here to finish Roy into the water section. It looks like JT Knott also finished 21.44. So JT Knott was racing offline here as well, one of the runners that we couldn't capture because of our size limitations on the overlay. Valid username done. Yeah. Roy in the final room. Valid username finished. And Roy finishes with a 22-21. Valid username with a... looks like 22-14 in SRL. So I don't know what the actual time was, but it looks like he just edged out Roy there.
So we still have Jeremy going and Larvistar going. This is... Oh, and Jeremy looks like he missed the jump there. I mean, is that good for the midway? I don't think it's good for the midway, is it? No, it's not. So he's going to have to start the level over, and he's got 1 life left. Larvastar, he's still a bit behind Jeremy, but the race between these two has been a little crazy. So who knows what's going to happen before this one's over.
And popping over into Supersonic stream as well, and he's also in World 7, so anything can happen here, depending on if you miss fireworks or take a death or a game over. Anything can happen, so we still have some people going on here. Jeremy, Larvistar, and Supersonic over on his stream there. But yeah, Jeremy, 1 life, so he cannot afford a game over here. That would be very bad for him if he took a death here. So very important 7-4. He is powered up, so really the worst thing that could happen to him would be if he fell in a pit, but don't see that happening here in 7-4.
Pretty unlikely. This one's pretty straightforward, aside from just knowing the path through the maze. There's not really any enemies except for the couple of fire bars that you have, so not a whole lot to worry about with 7-4. Just Bowser at the end there.
And Larvistar
coming up at the end of 7-3. So Jeremy looks like he's gonna go with Big Mario. I don't think he did Small Fire, did he? I don't think he did.
Did he do a pipe jump there? He is. He's doing the pipe jump. He is going crazy here. 8-1 is Big Mario with pipe jumps is kind of wild, and unfortunately he takes a bonk there. But it's unfortunately, I should say, as far as his any percent strategies, but it doesn't matter because he wants to get a 196 anyway. So he is on track to still get a 196. That bonk won't slow him down enough there, and that he'll get the 196 as long as he doesn't, have any unfortunate errors. Maybe I was wrong. He just barely missed the 6, so he had to wait for the next one. I thought that bonk was a little faster than it was, so he had to get the 186 instead of the 196. If he had gone and gotten the 195, he would have to start 8-1 over again, and that would have given the advantage to Larvistar in the race between those two.
Let's see. So we still got a few other folks in the race I haven't seen.
Will there be interviews? Chat is asking.
I'm not aware that we are.
Jeremy, death in 8-2. He's going to have to go back to the beginning of 8-1 because he game overed. So Larvistar takes the lead versus Jeremy in the 144 fireworks race. That's an unfortunate death for Jeremy there. And now he's going any percent strats as small only.
Okay, I've got an invite for interviews for anybody who wants to join that. We'll see if a couple people want to join that.
Meanwhile, we have Larvistar coming up to the end of 8-2, bops the Koopa, and gets the 336 on the timer. Okay. Jeremy doesn't need to get the 6 there. I forgot. Kind of a fun category when things go awry because you forget what needs to happen and doesn't need to happen. But we see Larvistar taking a different approach to getting a 6 on the timer than Roy took, which was a different approach than Jeremy and Xerox Fiend have been taking. So lots of different ways to ensure you, or at least try to ensure you get a 6 on the timer.
Hey guys.
Hey Roy.
Hey, I'm here now.
How are you doing? You were leading that race for a good large chunk of the time, and then World 5 happened, right?
I was feeling real good about it, and then I got a really unusual pattern in 5-3 that just threw me way off, and I fell into a pit, and so that kind of messed everything up, unfortunately.
Yeah, them's the pits, but we were talking about your strategy on the stairs there. It looks like you kind of intentionally stair boss and wait for a 0 on the timer before you go to ensure you get a 6.
Yeah, that's the idea. You could also, if you want to be, who can get you like a high 6 if depending on if that frame rule is tough or not. But yeah, that's what I do.
We got some others here as well. We have Xerox Fiend, Xerox, GG's, man. It looks like you finished second place. You and Mars were super close. Good run. Xerox, we got you?
Oh, looks like he's muted.
Oh, he muted himself there in Discord. We'll see if we can get Xerox unmuted here. But Roy, first of all, happy July 4th to you.
Yeah, half of July.
How is the 455 grind going for you?
I could definitely see large improvements coming. Things are starting to get more consistent. But today, Blaze It was the literal wall. I got like several runs there today, and I couldn't get a single one to clip it. So, but I definitely feel it coming though, for sure.
And Larvistar finishing out with a 28.35. Get your GGs out in chat for Larvistar. 144 fireworks down for Larvistar. Jeremy, meanwhile, back into 8-2. World 8 has been a bit of a problem child there for him. I also think we've got Supersonic. I have not seen done yet, so I need to check over on his stream. But still a couple runners going here. Oh, looks like Supersonic is an 8-4. So Supersonic should be getting finished up here, hopefully relatively soon. Again, he is playing on the Switch version, so definitely don't judge him on his performance on the Switch version. It is not the same, as there's a lot of input lag, and you're not using the same controller or anything like that. So it's definitely not anything to judge a performance by. Just having a lot of fun, celebrating July 4th, and Supersonic has done with a 30.29. So GG's out for Supersonic. Jeremy heading into 8-3.
All right, I have sound.
Yay,
All
Xerox
right.
is here. Xerox, GG's, second place. Mars looks like he just barely edged you out in SRL, but you had a really solid run.
Yeah, it was fun. I actually PB'd there, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, super good.
PB in a race. I love it. Oh, Jeremy is going for the Kriller 8-3 FPG setup.
Ooh.
I don't know if he got it.
It looks like he
We'll
did.
see. It looked like it, but it's hard to tell when you're not on the right frame rule. And of course, he has to wait for the 6 anyway. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
we've
Yeah.
been fooled by this many times. Roy, I thought you were going for 4-1 FPG for a moment, and then I was like, oh yeah.
No, that's just how I like to set up to do the stair boss. But since you just land on the same step anyway. So.
Yeah, that is you, Kriller. That is you. All right, so Jeremy, our final runner, into 8-4. Oh, he's going any percent strats. Backward wall jump, nails it. Nicely done. Fast XL, of course.
Nice.
Everybody, I hope you're singing the water music here.
Sea creatures, sea creatures.
That's not the water
Oh.
music.
Oh, not,
The sexy frame rule. There we
Oh.
go. Jeremy
Jeremy.
challenging Bowser.
Roy's song
31.
is pretty catchy. I don't know.
Well, I don't know Roy's song.
I know.
31.
Well, no. What's the one? Mitch came up with it. I just like it.
Jeremy finished with 31-27. Very nice for Jeremy.
I don't know if Larvistar is going to join us for an interview or not. Jeremy said that he's got a really tight schedule, so he unfortunately can't join us. We'll see if Larvistar decides to join us here, but GG's, everybody.
Yeah, great job, everybody. It was a pleasure commentating this race. Happy July 4th, everybody. Xerox Fiend, Roy, any other words from y'all?
Not really. Today was a good 4th of July. I got a PB in this category before the race. Now I have 21.01. I might continue for sub 21. I don't know. But...
So I was saying Mars just took second place, but he did not. He took third place because you improved it with a 21-1.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought Mars got a sub 21 earlier today or
Oh,
something.
did he? Oh, well, he didn't even PB then. Well, forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, he just. I don't think he submitted his sub 21 yet. He got like a 2050 something.
Looks like we're gonna have an influx of 144 fireworks submissions coming, Rupert.
Yeah, man.
I think I might go
It's that
sub
time of the
for,
year.
I might go sub 21 as well. I saved 50 seconds earlier while I was practicing, and then
Ooh.
like 8 more during this race. So I'll probably keep going. It's kind of a fun category, honestly.
Well, if you all want to see these guys PB in 144 fireworks, make sure to follow our runners. We've got so many good runners: Xerox Fiend, Roy LT, Jeremy MKW, Larvistar 37. And that's just the ones that were on stream. We also have JT Not, Mars02, valid username 16, Supersonic 71087, Rupert 83, of course, my co-commentator here, and some other idiot boss here in commentating.
Yeah, the fastest idiot boss around.
Yeah. So also we've got a lot of runners in chat as well. 50% Gaming, I see him there. He was doing 144 attempts earlier today, so give him a follow. But thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting this. Obviously on a holiday weekend, a holiday day. We want to thank them. They've also been hosting the SMB1 Warpless tournament. We're now in the bracket stage of that. Xerox Fiend, I know you're still going strong in that. Looking forward to the bracket stage there.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'd be great.
Who's your first matchup against? I forget.
I want to say it's Scrim.
Ooh, Xerox and Scrimshin. That's going to be a good one. I know Scrimshin's been having some computer issues, so we'll see how that gets sorted out. But Roy,
it is Scrim.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Scrim.
cool.
Roy, you're not in the Warpless tournament, but do you have any maybe thoughts on the Warpless tournament there?
I mean, it definitely looks like the scheduling has been improved. It's not like once every week. It looks like there's multiple ones per week. So I like the fast pace of it now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
it's
like
like-
there are races every day. Go ahead, Rupert.
That definitely helped out for the group stage. Now we're in a more traditional bracket stage.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're in the last stages of that. There's 19 people for this one. Each round is best of 3. There's no double elimination. It's just single elimination bracket, but it's best of 3 for each of those.
Okay,
So
I like
that,
yeah.
so yeah, it's a it's still a work in progress, but I think it's a step in the right direction of doing that, because one of the biggest complaints I had with the double elimination tournaments is you get part of the way through the lower bracket and everything just kind of sort of stalls out, and you've got like one race a week, and everybody in the winners bracket's waiting for like several weeks to do their next match and things like that. So this is all an attempt to kind of make it better all around for everybody. So I think we've got a few minor adjustments to do it, but I definitely think it's a step in the right direction for doing these in the future.
Yeah, I hope we do it like this every year, honestly.
Yeah, I think the bracket stage has worked out really, really nicely. Everybody's guaranteed 3 matches, and a couple little tweaks, maybe a little bit of seeding or something like that in the group stage. But I think it's been a really fun tournament. Other than that, I think we're good here. Any other final words from any of y'all before we wrap it up?
Happy 4th, everybody.
Happy holidays, guys. See you next time.
That's right. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Make sure to follow everybody. And thank you again to Speed Gaming. We will catch you all for the SMB1 Warpless tournament. Make sure to check out the schedule on that. And take care, everybody. Have a great day.